Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Boom! Welcome to another episode of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Niall was frozen. He's still on holiday.
I'm not on holiday. I've not even gone on holiday yet. It's not even started.
Fucking frozen in time.
First of all, I must apologise to all our listeners and our guests sincerely that Niall made a boo-boo, a cock up, a balls up, a fucking schnauzer. Niall fucked it. So I apologise, I guess, for not turning up to our last recording. Turns out Niall, for one, can't read a calendar. For two, can't show up on time. And three, can't read his messages. Sounds about right.
Slap him about.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. And I'm really sorry to our guests sincerely as well, because obviously they had a set day when they could film and I wasn't present, so apologise.
Mark and Rich.
To
Yeah.
people, Mark, Rich. Wait, I've never met any of them, do I? Right.
No, you've seen them, but not met them. No. But again, you wouldn't meet them on here anyway, because you're just a little screen. But anyway, the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Why'd you do that when I'm fucking filming? My dog does this every time. I sit down. Oh, you're busy. I'm gonna want to have a shit now. It does that. I walk around the kitchen, yeah, doing stuff, getting teas, coffees, whatever, making food. I go and sit down, and then the dog's like, it's like, fucking hell, you couldn't have done that while I was walking around. I sit down with my food, and it's like, fucking dog. But we love them.
Go and let the dog out. Go and let him out.
Fucking
go
Jess
let him
is a
out.
girl. Her.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing really well. It's nice to be back. Had an episode off. Not like a long holiday or anything like that, but I'm due to go on soon. But how is everybody? And how are you in yourself? That's the classic saying. How are you in yourself? I'm good. I've been a bit lazy lately. I feel like I've been slipping a little bit. A bit lazy on the gym side, a bit lazy on the eating side. I'm trying not to eat so much shit. I'm trying to drink way more fluid than I have been. I was trying to be a positive person. If I was like an alcoholic or something, I'd relate and say I've not been drinking or I've given up the drugs. But I don't do those things. Mine's a fucking pizza. So that's my problem. That's like my downfall, which, to be fair, turns out it's going to be just as bad for you. So trying to cut out all the shit. Back here with Miki today. Hopefully Mickey's in a better mood today and we can ask him some questions and talk about some of the shit that's going on in the world lately, because obviously it's all fucked. What has everyone been up to? We want to hear about it. We want to know about it. We want to know. Where is this cunt? Where is this fucking cunt now? Fucking door. Sounds like a right cockney, don't it? The fucking door. Come on, dog, get inside now. Oh, I've got a fucking podcast to film, ain't I? Hello, mate, you all right? Yeah, not bad, you? Yeah, just let the dog out, ain't I? Right, dog's fucking about, right? Just got me coffee now, I'm sat down here, listening to TalkSport, right? Fucking going mad at the fucking world. Yeah, mate, yeah, not bad, you? Yeah, Sam, mate.
Sound like Ray Winston.
Yeah, mate, fuck off, you cunts. that's what I envision you to sound like when you're letting the dog out. He comes down in his pants in the morning. Come on, you little cunt, come on.
You're not wrong.
Mate, yeah. I'm going to do the whole episode in this today. Yeah, mate, yeah. Go be prummy as well. I'll do the whole episode in this today. You fucking idiots, mate. Oi. Right.
Oi.
Right. Oi. Right, put some ice on Billy boy. It's my Peaky Blinders impression. It's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad.
No idea.
I've always
I'm not
noticed when I
seeing
do
that
impressions, my eyes start to water.
because it's emotional.
Fucking watch it, mate. It's fucking emotional, brother. Fucking tell you, mate, right? Just fucking come on here today, do the podcast, get done and get out, mate. Well, I'm not
Well,
fucking about no more. I'm fucking gone, mate.
Well, we've gone from gay Irish man to angry
That's
Scotsman.
my problem.
To weird.
That's okay, Irishman.
You're always a gay Irish man. I don't know why.
That went down the wrong road.
That's what he said.
Oh, there, yeah, right.
If you spoke like that, I wouldn't like
100%.
you.
I feel so much better
I
than
wouldn't be your friends. I wouldn't be your friend. I don't like that
Before I
voice.
spoke like this, mate, yeah.
Nah.
All I'm giving boy has a game, mate.
I'd have to
Fuck
mute you.
him, mate. Fuck off. Go on, fuck off, mate.
Oh, but do you not think there's guys that speak like that? That's why accents fascinate me. It's because I just think everybody sounds different in their own way. And obviously, one of the things about being a podcast is you listen to it. So you then listen to people's voice. Like I find certain people's voices quite soothing, or some people's voices upbeat, or some people's voices just fucking annoying. Who annoys you the most? Go on, celebrity-wise, who annoys you?
Oh, and anybody that I don't know. That's a shit fucking question to ask me, but I don't know. I'm sure there is people that have their annoying voices. Whiny women annoy me.
Oh, loose women, man.
Oh, they'll do. The Colleen Nolan. Apparently, Nick says she's a cunt, so it's fine. And I'm probably getting in trouble for that. Is this factual? Is this Spotify going to kick us off? No, because we only have 9 followers. We don't have the millions that Joe Rogan has. So, no, we have more than 9.
We do have a lot of followers everywhere else, though.
Yes. I'm impressed.
Spotify's a dick.
It's not. We like them. They are silly for what they're doing, though.
We like Spotify. Yeah. Yeah, mate. We like it. We like it, bruv. Love Spotify. No. Man. How are you feeling, anyway?
Shut up. The other week,
fucking trust me, mate.
2 weeks ago, we were talking about our favourite podcast, and I said about True Geordie podcast. Well, they did one the other day, just like a mini version. They were talking about the Joe Rogan thing. And apparently, what he was doing, when he had COVID, or he was trying to protect himself from COVID, he was taking some horse drug. It wasn't tranquilizer, so it wasn't ketamine.
Yeah.
It was something else.
It wasn't tranquilizer. It was
no.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called. I can't remember.
It wasn't tranquilizer.
He was taking that, and he just mentioned it, that he was on it, and it was working for him. I think on his podcast to some doctor. And the government didn't like that. Oh, Biden, probably too busy sniffing kids. His administration didn't like that because Mr. Burns. They obviously have their own agenda, like our government. We want you to go down this route. So obviously they are attacking Joe Rogan, a single man, but has a massive following and a massive voice to influence the normal Joe public. And they didn't like that. So that's why they jumped on Spotify's back, put pressure on them. I believe, it's my opinion, not factual. Mickey is not a doctor.
It's up to me.
It's up to me. If I want to say it, it's up to me.
So
Biden, you can fuck off. Get Trump back.
Actually, no.
I like Trump. Look at America now. It's fucking crumbling, mate.
I mean, I'm going to have to agree to disagree on that opinion.
Okay.
But that's only because look at Ukraine. I mean, it's awful. What's fucking going on?
So what is happening there? Because I just know that Russia sent in some tanks or something, some troops.
Right. Do you want the down
Not
low?
really been following
Do you want the down low? Do you want the down low? Right.
I want
you
that up
it?
high.
I'll fucking give you. Right, mate. So, you got Russia, you got Ukraine, right? One of them's got tanks, the other one's got fucking sticks, right? The tanks want to take over this bit of land, so they're going to push these cunts back and say, "Buck off, back, go fuck off." And basically, the Russians are moving in slowly but surely, shooting the shit in the sky, dropping the fucking little bombs, right, and fucking taking over.
That's what they do, pretty much. That's it. But in an ideal world, and obviously we don't get too political here because it's a factual situation, and
we don't know nothing.
We're not Al Jazeera News, so I'm not going to say this is what's going on. But basically, it's all black and white. It's in the fucking news every day. I just don't think everything that you see in the news is the right things. I've seen more revealing stuff on fucking TikTok than I have seen on the news. Like,
yeah, I've seen TikToks of someone's house in Ukraine as bombs are dropping and they're hiding in their bathroom. And they've put that on TikTok. It's like, wow.
So, exactly. So it's a bit like catch-22 of what's true and what's not true, what's coming through. They're saying that it's a massive political game for Russia to take on, and Russia worried about security risk and that sort of stuff. I just think there's a lot more going on that meets the eye, and the worst thing about it is all the people, which I think we can call it now a beginning of war. Most people that were affected by this have no business of understanding of what actually is going on. Price, fuel, metals, all sorts of precious stuff or whatever is all going to inflate. People are going to suffer massively, economically, financially, loss of life, all sorts of shit. Just for what? So someone can flash their toys about and show them what they've got. Oh, mate, jog on, you cunt. That's what I say, mate. Jog on. I don't know. It's war, isn't it?
Not good.
It's war. Would you go? If it was like back in the day, national service, would you still be called? How old are you now? You'd still be called, wouldn't you?
I'm too fucking old, mate. You have to be 30 to get called up. You're going to war, boy. Putin's going to bend you over and fucking shove a rocket in your ass.
You just think blokes like you will be staying at home, servicing all the wives, all the wives that are left at home.
I'll be a milkman and pop round.
Milk and a little bit of cream on the side.
Fancy some cream in the morning.
Madness, absolute madness. That I reckon that's where that come from, because back in the day, how many of those milkmen that were staying at home were popping round, you know what I mean? Bearing in mind some of these geezers were away for like 2 years, but then do you know what I mean? Adultery back in the day, though, that was like a proper, if you cheated back in the day, you were a fucking outcast, weren't you?
I don't know.
All the people that yeah,
there's no social media to put your picture. Oh, Billy's cheated again. He's got round to Francis' house.
If you come back home from war after 2 years,
and she's had a baby
from war after 2 years, and she had a baby, all right, you'll be like, and he's only one. Do you know what I mean?
Something's not
right there.
Did I send it through the post?
And he's starting to look a bit like Barry from next door. Well, there's some questions to be answered. That's what I'm going to say.
Barry! Yeah.
Barry! You too cheap, mate. We get up here. Fucking get you, pal.
Can you do your next segment in Australia?
Fucking right, Australian. Mate. I'll fucking do it all fucking day, brother. Fucking hell, mate. So, good. Mickey, what have you got for us this week? Come on. Hit me with your topics. Hit me.
Hit you.
What's on the agenda?
Backhand slap. Right. So, because this is an unplanned podcast today, because Niall's a bellend, you can't fucking...
This is what we call a roll of the dice podcast. A listen to podcast. If you enjoy the show, you're going to enjoy this one.
Shut up. I have a number of topics for us to discuss, if you would like. First one, the worst porn scripts and storylines that you've watched, or too much expectations in relationships, funny or bad Valentine's stories, seeing as it was a couple of weeks ago. There might be new in the head. And takeaway, sharing and paying. So which one would you like to discuss first, sir?
Oh. Let's talk about sharing and paying.
So when you have a
I
takeaway,
don't share a takeaway.
and you're with a group of people, what do? They all each order their own bit, and some people expect to have a bit of my food. Well, Mickey doesn't share, so if I want chow mein, that chow mein is for me. It's not for you, and you can have a bit.
It's mine.
It's like the famous scene in Gavin and Stacey when they're all in the kitchen.
Booner. It's my booner. Think about it, Pete.
Pam's eyeing up my booner, ain't you, Pam? Yeah.
It's Pete, actually. It's Pete. Pete's eyeing up the booner. Because Pete's
eyeing
on
up
a
the
order a booner.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, couple of things. Takeaway rules, right? If you're going to order a takeaway and there's things that you want, order it, okay?
Order it,
Don't get, like, rule number one, don't order a takeaway you've got no money to pitch in, all right? Because if you're that person that orders the takeaway and then says, I'll give you the money next week, you ain't getting food, bruv. You'll get your food next week. Right? Don't be, if someone out of the kindness of the heart buys you a takeaway, don't be adding loads of shit on either. Don't be like, can I have a pizza? Oh, can you have some mozzarella dippers as well, please? Oh, and I love those cream cheese bites as well. Oh, are you having a garlic bread? I'll share a garlic bread with you.
And a Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, get me do you want a drink? Yeah, just get me two cans. In fact, just get me a big bottle, yeah? And then when it comes, it's like, that's mine.
I know, and they're so protective over it. So fuck off, you didn't even pay. Yeah, these people.
If you get a takeaway, order exactly what you want.
It's different, I suppose. Depends who you're with, maybe. If you're with your family, your wife and kids, or girlfriend and child, as in your case, because you won't get married yet.
Not married yet. No.
I'm sure you share a bit of food with your missus, don't you, and your daughter. You wouldn't begrudge them some food. It's a bit different, but when you're with your mates and the lads or lasses, if any women are watching, hello women. We don't know if you watch, but
lassies?
Hello. We talk shit on this show, and we are proud of it.
We do.
But yeah,
of course we are.
I think it's different. I feel like, why are you having some of mine? That's mine. I wanted that. I don't like. You can have some of this. I don't want that. Otherwise, I'd have fucking ordered that. And it's annoying.
Exactly. I don't want any of your shit.
I don't share. I
mean,
hate
right, a couple of things,
food.
right?
Hate it.
Yeah, I don't. In general, I don't really like sharing in general, and I don't like people borrowing things. Like, you want to, like, it's a bit different if you say, "Can I borrow your lawnmower?" Because it's like, no. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't no child. Was I? There's fucking loads of us.
You got loads of your sprogs running around.
Lords. But, like, you know what I mean? If you want to borrow my lawnmower, that's fine. Just clean it and bring it back how you found it. That's all right. If you break it, you pay for it. End of story. Right?
It is.
But I'm talking about things like personal shit. Like, do you remember when people used to share headphones? I'd never fucking let someone use my headphones. Purely because it's probably got my earwax in it. Yeah. And, no. But I used to see people sharing headphones in school, and I'd be like, "You put in his headphones in your ears. That's fucking sick."
You got ear aids.
Ear aids. The ear aid shelters. Ear aid shelters. Ear aids.
Sorry, that was a crap air aid siren.
Do you think we still have like an air aid sound? Do you
think it's still in place somewhere with cobwebs on the speakers? In London somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. London's definitely got old air raid sirens about walls they had now.
Yeah, I reckon there's a little station somewhere where they just press the button on, off. You see someone's winding the old wheel up.
Well, that actually is a good little thing to talk about. Because
gym?
No, you're not going to the gym. No. Obviously, we're just talking about the war, and talking about the air raids and that. Back in the day when they used to go down to the tube stations.
Yes.
You've been down one recently, haven't you?
I've been down to Aldwych Underground Station, which is not accessible to the public. Yes, I have. It's very nice. It's annoying that you couldn't turn the lights off in certain sections where the train is actually the abandoned train. It's still on a live line, so they have to have the lights on in that tunnel section. I think because it's still connected to another part. But down there, they filmed Harry Potter down there. The film Creep, that horror film where people were trapped underground in that cage.
Yeah.
I watched it back in the day. Potter,
Creep was a good film. Creep was awesome. The surgeon guy. That was him, wasn't it?
I don't remember it. Yeah, he was kidnapping people.
You don't remember?
Also, there's a really good bit though, where they filmed Firestarter film, the music video, Prodigy, Firestarter. That is there, and I was in that.
I remember it.
Quality.
You was in the music. You was in the music video, were you?
No, I was in the tunnel when I took a picture.
You was.
I wasn't in the video. That was me, Keith Flint. God rest his soul.
Oh shit! I forgot he snuffed it. Fucking hell, man.
It's an awesome place.
That's mental, though, isn't it? Back in the day when they used to go down there, we're so laggy.
Sirens were going off.
We're miles behind. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
What I'm saying, you're responding to much later than I'm saying it.
Okay, what you need to do is say toilet and then count when I say toilet. Count how many seconds it takes for me to say toilet after you say it, yeah? Toilet.
3 seconds.
Fuck off. Really?
You just said fuck off.
Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You've just said 1.
No, we're not 5 seconds delayed.
You've just said 5 seconds delayed.
Wow.
What the fuck's going on? I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right.
I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right.
I think we're all right. We're all right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Anyway, so down in the tube station where nobody goes, there's an elephant picking his nose. Imagine though being called, that siren going off, and you given like, I don't know, a couple of minutes to get there.
Got down in the station to avoid the bombs from Germany. Yeah.
Yeah. How much notice you? Obviously, they'd see the planes coming over from Dover way.
Yeah.
And all that. And then, yeah.
Scary times, the war. And just to think what is left up there when we come out, when it's safe to go. What I want to know is, why didn't they shoot the planes? Did we not have a defence? If the Germans are, hello, we're going to come and blow up your capital now. Hello.
But the problem is, if you build a defence station here, what's to stop them coming in all the way up there?
Well, you build another one.
Yeah, but then, what they're going to do? Build them all the way down the coast?
Yeah.
From like fucking Dover all the way up to Scotland.
Surely you'd only need it at Dover. If they're coming up that way, you shoot them all. And then you do them in different, like the 4 places they can come from.
But then, I suppose
surely that's...
They were coming everywhere, weren't they, though? Like, even, they were being dropped all over the place. It wasn't just London. Like, the Blitz, they talk about it being London and that, but they were dropped in Coventry, fucking Leicester. They were dropped everywhere. Northampton.
All the main places of industry, wasn't it? To stop us, like, producing anything to keep our country going or to build more weapons and that. Yeah. It wasn't a good time. It must have been a horrible time. Absolutely horrible. Imagine getting that telegram or letter that
the yellow
on
letter,
Friday.
Yellow.
On Friday, you are being called up. You are required to go to this location because you are going to war. Say goodbye
That's
to
what
your
I mean.
family.
This
You may
day and
never
age
see him
now,
again. Wow.
like, how do you think the response would be to the call to war now?
Oh, they'd cry and get offended.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I mean, I'd
I
agree
don't
with
know
them
how
because
it-
I wouldn't.
I don't know how it'd
I wouldn't-
work. I
No.
don't think countries would try and enforce it purely for the pathetic sack of shits that would play. I'm not doing it. It's my right. I don't have to do it.
Some
Or-
countries still have it.
Yes, I don't
When
think
they
they should. I think they
when they
should.
reach a certain age, they have to go and do 2 years or a year of military training somewhere. I think they still do it in some Eastern European countries, some
Turkey do
African
it. I know
countries.
that. Yeah.
They still do it. Yeah, you don't obviously. If you're English though or American, you're fucked because you are going to war because we always stick our nose in to everybody else's business. So we always have to send troops in, which would annoy me. If I was in like I don't know Latvian army. If I was Latvian and I had to go to the army, probably not going to do much. I mean, I may be wrong, but they're not Russian.
Oh,
Similar. Technically, they were Russian until USSR was separated. Soviet Union. Yeah. But, see, my son's in cadets, and there's no fucking way I'd ever let him go in the army because this country
He's going to do it.
is not. This country's not worth fighting for. It's.
But the problem is the fact that, you know, I think it's one of those things where, like, if it was a cool thing, I mean, yeah, I'd 100%. I think I'd join anyway if it was a thing where it was like, you know, we need soldiers. I'd do it 100% all day long.
Fuck off, would you? You really would. You'd leave your missus and your little daughter and say, bye, I may never see you again. I'm going to fight for a cause that we don't deserve to be in.
If we were called up, I wouldn't be trying to dodge it. I would be like, look, if everyone's doing it, I'm going to be...
You mean if there was...
I'd do it, yeah, and I'd do it for the people next to me. I'm not doing it for any higher cause. You know, if I knew Jack were going and I knew Jill were going too, I'd be with them.
Up that hill, yeah, I'd definitely go.
Pail of water and all that.
Yeah. Tumbling down.
Broke his crown.
And you fucked Jill. Sorry, Jack, but you're broken.
And I'm picking up the pieces.
Come on, Jill.
No, shoot. But yeah.
Shut up, Michael.
Yeah, I would. I think I would. But then I think this day and age, you can imagine, can't you? Just blokes, just young lads at the age of like 18, 19, like turning up to like their designated army barracks, walking into like the mess hall and be like, "Excuse me, what's the vegan option today? And could I have a tofu and a kale salad, and could I get a oat milk flat white, please?" Just be looking at them, some geezer like, "Flat white, please."
Yeah.
Who are those people? Who are those people that walk into a coffee shop and go, "Yeah, can I get a skinny decaf flat white, please?" Like, you've just gone for all the things you shouldn't have gone. You've gone for zero coffee and fucking oat milk.
Just have a fucking cup of milk. Yeah.
Just mental. But then I think it would benefit a lot of people. I think national service would benefit a lot of young lads that are in the wrong direction at the moment. The problem is, and this is one thing I strongly believe in, is the fact that if you look at the lads from the age of about 16 to about 24, 25, the influential power of where they live or geographically where they live can have a big influence on how they're going to grow or shape as an adult. And all these little fucks think it's all right to go around bashing people up or stealing cars or hitting women or, you know, I think there was a certain age where men stopped believing in right and wrong and they just think I'm always right and I can do what the fuck I want. And, you know what I mean? Young lads, I think it's cool to be a drug dealer. Or, you know, it's like, no, you're a dick, mate. You're a dick.
Don't get me started on that.
That for me, it sickens me. Like these lads in all like, do you know what I mean? Like saving up for trainers and all that sort of shit. Like, man, one day you're going to realise that you're going to have the opinion of what someone else is going to have of what you had when you was a kid. So someone else is going to think, oh, you're one of those dicks.
Yeah.
You know, neck tattoos at 20, like all down here. I'm like, what? Face tattoos at fucking 20. Like,
You've ruined your life.
Don't know what you're doing. You did literally got, like, literally, he's got one tattoo that says mum here, one that says Chloe here, and then he's just got some fucking thing on his neck here and something written there. That's the new space, isn't it? Like something there.
Above the eyebrow, yeah.
Like, and you're just like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? The kind of person that don't own a pair of suit trousers, like, I don't wear anything but trackies. But like,
big bright trainers with lots of different colours on.
Just a dickhead.
You see them in restaurants when you go out with your family on a Sunday or for some birthday meal, and there's always that one family with a lad who's in his teens and he's got a fucking shell suit on. Sort of shell suit, anyway.
What are you doing?
And big bright trainers, and it's like, really? Just put jeans on and a nice jumper or a nice shirt. It's not difficult.
Like, and the way they talk, the talking irritates the fuck out of me. And I get it. I get childhood slang. I get it. It passed down through the ages. There was slang terminology that you used when you was a kid to where I used to what they use. But it's the fact that now, like, young children, and I'm talking, they are children, like age 13, 14, are walking around throwing up the words like gang and trying to be gang affiliated and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, no, you're just a dickhead. It's going to waste his life. And that whole thing about, like, they think it's okay to, like, treat women like shit and fucking bash them up and all that. And, do you know what I mean? Smoke a bit of tweed. Smoke some twigs on a park bench. And I know, I get it. I get the whole, you're young, you're stupid, whatever, it's fine. But then some of these fuckers never grow up.
Yeah, but do you know what I did when I was their age? I was playing football. Football morning, noon, and night. That was me. That's all my friends. That's all we ever did. I didn't know anybody that didn't play football. And if they didn't, they were doing their schoolwork. But nowadays, it's because it's an activity and they're fucking lazy. Children are born fucking lazy now because society is lazy. Society is pathetic. They are very weak. The people above are weak. And we are just producing weak people. It's going to go so far.
It starts at the top. It starts at the top,
and it slowly goes down. There's no consequences for anything in life. If you're bad, you get in trouble. Simple as that. You don't get offended by it. You don't weasel your way out of it. You fucking put up with it. You deal with it. But nowadays, they can't do that. Oh, we need to be nicer. They've just killed that old lady, but she looked at them weird, so it's okay. It's all right, son. You didn't mean to kill her. She shouldn't have looked at you. No, sorry. Fucking twats. It's just that is the mentality of the parents as well. And that is why we are producing wet cabbage children. Like, just go around slopping everywhere.
And
fucking
parents act like they don't know what their kids are up to. Like, look at the way he's dressing. Look at the way he's producing himself. Look at the way he talks. And
respect, yeah.
The thing is, as well, a lot of activity around younger people can be hidden through their devices. Do you know what I mean? Look how much bullying goes on online, and fucking
that is bad.
Shit like that, and it's like you've got no idea what these kids are up to, no idea, and they fucking it rattles me when I see a bunch of youths, and I'm like, that wasn't me, and that's not normal behaviour. And I know it's a generation thing where it'll happen all the time. You'll always get the twats. But the problem is, it's when you see these twats that are like 25, 27, who stand there with their hands down the trousers for no reason. I've never understood that thing. I still don't get it to this day. That whole, what do you do? And they'll stand there talking to somebody. The three lads will be all stood there with their hands down their pants in front of each other. Now, whether you're having like a mutual wank or something, I don't know. But what's all that about? Pull your fucking trousers up, right? And talk fucking properly, you bellend.
There's only 3 times I do that. 1 to have a piss, 1 to have a bit of naughty, and 1 to have a shower. That's what I mean. Yeah, but if I scratch, I'm not going to put my hand inside my bollock area. I'll do it from my trousers or whatever. I'm not going to stick my hand in and go, hello.
And people know who they are. Everybody knows a lad.
Still
or
a few days left on that.
Everyone knows a group of lads who fucking stand there with their hands down the trousers for no fucking reason. So yeah, my opinion out of all of that conversation is bring back national service and fucking start teaching these little fuckers some manners. Because
I think the people that get in trouble when they're teenagers, like from the police and the system, they should go and do some army training somewhere for, I don't know, 6 months, and they stay there for 6 months instead of going juvie or something. Yeah. I think they should go there, be woken up at 6 o'clock every morning, fucking lights out at night, and they will be fucking disciplined into being a better person.
That should be an option when you go to court for your crime, and I'm talking anything as classed as I don't know. I wouldn't know what a misdemeanor is, but anything from like fucking burglary, criminal damage, GBH, fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, assault,
joyriding, assault, like, you know, murder, fucking sexual crimes are all fucking different, but you know what I mean?
They're different.
You should just get smashed in the face and fucking thrown away. But any of those crimes, like, that are not, you know, that they're going to do like 3 or 4 years for example, drug dealing and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think they should say, right, you've got 2 choices. You can go to prison for the next 10 years solid. No pass-go, no good behaviour, none of this. That's it. You go to prison, you do your bit, you do your 10 years, nothing, that's it. You will be out in 10, no good behaviour. Or you can do 5 years, guaranteed, in the army, right? You'll do your service, you'll do your army, and you'll fuck off. And that's it. And if you decide to try and leave while you're in there, then you'll go straight to the prison for the 10 years.
Yeah, that's the problem though with the justice system. You get in trouble more for not paying your council tax than fucking raping a kid. And how is that? There's no deterrent with these prison sentences. Like you can kidnap someone and kill them, and you get like 3 years. So what about the impact on that person's life, their family? Your impact is only 3 years, and you'll get off for half of that. So, but
I never get the term as well. Good behaviour, like it doesn't matter. Like you committed that crime. This is the state punishment for that crime. You will fulfil that state punishment. I don't care if you try and turn your life around. You found God in the corner of a prison cell holding a fucking Bible for you. I couldn't give a shit. You fucking do that crime, you'll do that fucking time. See you in 10 years. Like, that's it. End of story. Like, and if you're, do you know what I mean? If you're a fucking nonce, that's it. You're not getting out. You'll not see the light there again. Job done. Like, they get out quicker than anyone else.
I know.
And be like, oh, let's give him a new identity. Let's put him somewhere. I'm like, what the fuck? It's mental. The world is fucking mental.
Well, our country is. I think everything will change if the punishments for crimes changed. I think if they become really strict, it would slowly work its way down to these dickheads thinking, fucking hell, if I get caught with this, I'm actually going to do that time. Whereas, I'll probably get off. Fuck you. There will be they might think twice about doing these crimes that they are committing.
That's why drug dealers get so long in prison, because it's nothing to do with the crime itself. It's to do with the fact that they've been making money for so long that it wasn't taxable. Like you do a crime related to money. Yeah, you do a crime related to money and tax evasion and the fact that you've been making profit, like under everyone else's noses. You're doing the bigger time than that. That's how it's mental. Like, a drug crime will outweigh a prison sentence more than a sex crime. They'll put more money into raiding a drug dealer's house than they would, do you know what I mean? A group of fucking gang groomers that were like, you know, that were fucking found years ago and all that. All those people going out exposing people and stuff. They won't go knocking down their doors to look at their hard drives. But if you've got some cash and a bag of fucking white powder in your cupboard, man, they'll fucking spend thousands on doing a raid on that one.
Yeah, because it's money they can't tax. They can't tax drugs because they're not legal. So everyone else that's making money out of this illegal thing that they don't have and they can't tax, they're obviously upset about. That's why marijuana is not legal. It's grown in the ground wild in some countries. How can that not be legal to take or to have? Because they can't fucking tax it.
Well, you can legally grow hemp plants. You can really.
Yes,
you
you
can
can.
grow. It's the THC that's sprayed on it. That's why
Bugger that.
the whole conception of this whole, let's call it the whole ganja culture. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye, and from what it stood for and that. And I don't really know too much about it. I've watched a few things about it, and it's not whole like all these young lads fucking standing there with their fucking Rizzlers and shit. Like it stood for a little bit more than that. And their fucking grinders in their back pocket.
I know someone who used to smoke weed constantly, and she was a bit a lot of the time.
Grim.
Yeah.
But anyway, less of the negative shit for a second. Talking about the fucking
hell.
use to the world. We always do this. Sorry, people. It's fucking mental. Absolutely mental. Now let's jump on to more pressing matters. Porn scenes. Oh, mate. Porn.
Yeah.
That's another bad thing.
Some people hate porn. Some people,
some people do.
Some people say it's a marriage ender, a
It's
relationship
a big addiction, I think.
finisher.
I think some people. I've known people that are severely addicted to pornography, massively.
Yeah, like they order a pizza and the woman comes round and they didn't fuck them. What's that about? I had to have any money. Oh, come in.
I think.
I don't fuck.
As well, this day and age,
lost.
Smartphones have and social media has portrayed pornography in such a in such a unrealistic sort of situation. To the point where even like TikTok, like everyone thinks that every girl thinks that they have to flash their ass and fucking like every other TikTok's a fucking ass or something else now.
Or a titty, yeah. A little bikini. They always bend down at the beginning,
and then it's
turn it
called
on.
pushing the limit, just pushing that boundary limit of what they can get away with. And when they used on the early days of TikTok when they were promoting their OnlyFans, then all of a sudden they were like, oh, we can't say the term OnlyFans anymore because then they're promoting themselves on a platform where everyone's gonna be like, yeah, this is actually a great thing to get people subscribing. Millions of people watch TikTok every day. I tell them that I've got an OnlyFans. I'm getting a little bit famous, and I was having this discussion recently, right? And this is not an experiment, but this is how long do you think it would take the average person, right, to go from zero to influencer with the right help, the right platform, the right people, just clicking the right buttons? You could do it pretty quickly.
A month.
Solid work, yeah.
I think
solid work of content promotion. Do you know what I mean? Sharing, chats, podcasts, the lot. And this is I would love to get. This is what I mean. We need to get a TikToker on here because there's been so much about TikTokers lately saying that they've got all this newfound fame and people are stopping them in the street. People are wanting photos and all sorts of stuff, and they're not liking it because it's like.
Smart of them. That's what it's supposed to be about.
No, but that's the problem, isn't it? Some people are a bit like, hold on, like, yes, I am TikTok famous and all that, whatever, but I don't get paid for it. I'm not making any money from it. Like, someone might have sent me a water bowl and a hoodie, but that's about it.
Some leggings.
Some leggings, yeah. Some leggings, some Juice Plus, protein shaker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What else is there? Freebies. Oh, TikTok freebies, man. Even TikTok send boxes to people, like when they're affiliated and all that sort of stuff.
We don't get nothing.
No. But this would be a perfect social experiment if we could get a person. 9 times out of 10, I think it would be a female. I think it'll be a female would easily get a lot, would be quicker than a male, depending on their content and what they did. I'm not saying females' content has to be explicit or anything like that, or they have to flaunt themselves, but it could be anything. They could be miming or they could be doing something, but I just think it'd be a bit quicker. But then that's the thing about social media platforms is the fact that, like the guy, I love the guy that goes around cleaning swimming pools. The pool guy's called.
The pool guy, yeah. Holler at your boy
Love
for
it.
the pool work. Yeah, at the
Yeah,
end.
Holly boy for the
Yeah.
pool work. Yeah,
Yeah.
He
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's that? I've watched him for a while. Yeah.
mental.
Oh, I love
absolutely
watching how he changes it. So and he cleans it and he does all this filter work and he gets his Hoover out in the swimming pool and it's like, wow.
Bearing in mind, he'd probably been doing that for years, not showing
Yeah, that's
anybody
his
what he does.
normal job. And
No,
then he's like, oh, I
normal
can just
job.
film this on TikTok. People will watch it. And they do.
And then all of a sudden, so what I mean,
He's
getting
verified as
like,
well.
yeah, verified. He's, and he's grew from there to Instagram to videos being shared on Facebook and all that sort of stuff.
Probably YouTube, and then more in-depth videos on YouTube, maybe.
But what's he getting out of it? Just like, and the reason I'm saying this is because those people that flaunt themselves all over Instagram on the provocative sense, let's just say, as a nice term.
Yeah, follow my link.
Then follow my link, holler at the ting below. They're getting obviously all this attention of unwantedness, let's say, and it's like, well, actually, you did this. Like, you have to realize, like, social media is a very scary world, and I think if you are naive to the fact that what it can do and how powerful it can be if you push the right buttons on social media, because you don't know who's watching you, you don't know what people are doing, you don't know what people's motives are behind their messages, and I just think it's fucking madness. Yeah, stalkers. Like, oh my god, yeah, because that's what it was. There was a dad that shot and killed. Yeah, it wasn't in the UK, obviously not, but he shot and killed a girl, his daughter's TikTok stalker. Shot and killed him because he found out where she lived, because the way she angled her cameras revealed certain street names and all that sort of stuff, and that was it.
Amateur.
Just like when there was a photo of basically, the red box that the Queen gets. This is not TikTok, by the way. The red box, the case. The Queen gets every week with all the state papers in.
Probably no, I didn't know that, but yeah.
Well, basically, there was a photo of that red box opened, some state papers in here,
right?
And basically, photo taken, obviously for photography purposes. Then it was published, and then people were like, "Well, all I have to do is this." And obviously, state secret papers, literally right there. People can zoom into them.
Well, that's a bit stupid.
Like, there's so much stuff like that, though. People don't realise what they're posting. You could take a photo like this in your kitchen. Your utility bills are behind you.
And they'll get your details. Yeah.
Mental.
Some people
you've got to be so careful.
Yeah. It's a scary world, but people need to be prepared for that when they enter it. There should be a thing where you agree to join a social media site and say you agree to these stipulations. This may happen, depending on how well you do. Be prepared. Do you agree to follow these rules? And this is what might happen.
And be prepared that people are going to want to, especially if you're quite influential and you're quite a happy person and people like your content for it just being funny or factual. People are going to like your content or they're not going to like it. And people that don't like it are going to probably out you more for not liking your content than they do for liking it. But
yeah,
it's one of those. It's mental, isn't it? Because people will easily pass an opinion, and if you're in a shopping centre and you'll be like, "Oh, there's that slag from TikTok. She's flying the slag flag." Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. Fucking
they wouldn't go up to her and say it to her, but they'll go home and write it on their phone or comment. You're a slag.
Yeah, or
say it to their face.
Take photos of them, and then upload that set photo that they took of that celebrity. Be like, well, hold on, you didn't have my permission to take my photo. You definitely don't have my permission to upload it.
It's in a public place. I don't have to have permission.
What? I know, but then it's that kind of world, isn't it? Just that's why I feel bad for a lot of mainstream celebrities, in a way, not in a financial aspect, but more in a way that actually, do you know what? You enter that kind of world, you don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
No, you need to be prepared, be ready. I think they're very naive, and they should know that this is going to happen. They should know by the amount of followers if they're going up and up and up. Now, it's not all about followers, but it should have some sort of impact on them, thinking, fucking hell, this is quite good. I'm doing really well here. Look at the views I'm getting. So many people like what I'm doing, what I'm producing.
This
And
is what I mean. And like,
people are going to find them and look at them. If they see them in the street, they're going to be like, I want a photo.
just say for the example, right? You went to a mediocre person on TikTok that's got around, say, minimum, around, I don't know, 55,000 followers, which is not very much at all. People think it is, but it isn't. 55,000 is nothing, right?
Not on TikTok, no.
Like, they're just an average person. 55,000 people, 9 times out of 10, a small percentage of that are going to be coming from your local area anyway, because they, for one, they'll know you, for two, they'll share your stuff, and then other people will like it and say, oh, I know that girl, or I know that lad. And then it's like, it spirals, because then the circle gets bigger. And they don't get anything. If you got 55,000 followers, you don't get anything for it. No one cares. Your content's not like a daily thing that's needed. Whereas some influencers, for example, will post a picture of their outfit and they'll be like, they'll have millions of comments on it. Like, this is what I meant. Like, there's a woman that goes, it's Monday, let's get dressed. And she'll just fucking get dressed and show her outfit, what she's going to wear. She wears all designer clothes. And like, I looked at it, she had 129,000 likes on that one post. I'm like, it's fucking mental.
Can I just ask, is she fit?
I can confirm nor deny.
That means yes. So half of them are just following her because she's fit, or they like that.
Yeah, but
she's
like,
nice,
it's not like
attractive, not just because she's wearing some Gucci dress. There will be half that just like her.
None of it's sexualized either. Like she's not in her underwear getting dressed. You won't even see anything until she's got the first layers on, and it's like, do you know what I mean? Something so simple can be so influential to people. Yeah.
So what platform is that on?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Okay.
We've mentioned TikTok a lot, I think, in our podcast.
We do, because it's like the most popular platform of the current time.
Just like news, current affairs at the moment are being posted on Reel, TikTok. And I'm talking real footage, like we said earlier. Real footage is being posted on TikTok.
From Ukraine, yeah.
People then will be like, actually, I haven't seen that on the news. And then people comment on that, think, oh, that's fake. And it's like, no, it's not. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just showing you what's happening, what you're not seeing.
Because the news is politically guided, as it were. The BBC, Sky News, they're all corrupt. They are all influenced by government. They all tell you what you were supposed. I remember one thing. You know, they had the migrants coming over a few years ago. They're on the boats.
On the boats.
And they showed. And they on the boats and the dinghies and that, and they were showing them drowning. And like, oh my god, they're in the middle of the sea and they're falling out. They had that. I think that was on the BBC. I may be wrong. Do not kill me. But then there was another news channel. I think it's RT that goes out in Russia. RT, and it's like an English-speaking news channel. They had their camera back there a bit, and they were on the fucking beach. They were actually standing, but the way the BBC had angled their camera, it showed like they're in the middle of the sea. But they're not. They're on fucking about to get on land, wherever that was in England. And it's like, it's how the media want you to perceive what they're showing you. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Just like
we want you to see. We are going to guide your opinion this way. Same with the vaccines.
100%. And that's the same. That's the same with over the next few days. They're going to show you the worst of the images of what things will look like in Ukraine, for example. Yeah. They're going to show you the worst photos they can find, and every media outlet will probably share the same clips. And it's like, actually, hold on a second. Let's look what's going on here. Like, you're making out of this not that bad.
Just stopping you there. Do you remember when COVID-19 first started in like 2020, March and April, when it was at its peak? Everyone was dying, thousands a day. There was a report where there was this one person dying in a bed. They were showing it. They were in multiple countries on the news, different news stations, different countries, and they were hired actors that were moving
there was
place to place. It's like They're supposed to be in the UK. Now they're in China. Now they're in some fucking Swedish hospital. How can you be in all these places on different days and be dying in the same and be a different person? You're not. You're the same person. You'd be surprised. You know when Boris had COVID? Now I don't believe this, but someone I know reckons that they have friends at the hospital where he was supposed to be, and it was all staged, and they all had to sign NDAs to say that they would not mention that Boris wasn't poorly and it was all for show. Now, I don't believe that. I think that's a load of bollocks. I think Boris had COVID. He was poorly. I think there's too many people that would need to be signing that form and to cover it up and for it not to get out. It's bullshit, but it's how people are guided, isn't it?
No,
it's what they want you to know, what they want you to think. We are all controlled, whether we like it or not. And it's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is.
With anything like that, it's up to you. It's up to you and how you believe.
Common sense.
Yeah, common sense is a big game player when it comes to anything like that. Is the fact that actually, like, it's one of those things, isn't it? People, but then conspiracies, they piss me off. I hate the fact that there's a conspiracy
for them.
Yeah, it's whether you believe them. Like this whole thing, like people say about don't watch too much news and stuff. The problem is I like watching the news because I like to know what's going on. Doesn't mean I necessarily want to jump on the left wing or the right wing. Political propaganda to me I don't have any interest. I'm interested in politics, but I don't have a say and I don't have an opinion. My opinion on the current situation is the fact that it's awful. It's probably going to end in, you know, mass loss of life for no reason. And that's my opinion. Same as COVID. COVID I thought was terrible. I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on it. I've learned a lot over the past few years about, you know, the main thing is that I want a lot more people to stop dying from it. Maybe a lot more people to stop sharing their own personal conspiracy theories. And if you want a vaccine, get a vaccine. If you don't, just be quiet. Leave it at that.
Oh, no, it's gone black. There he is. Oh, he's gone black again. Niall's put a black card over his camera. What a silly boy. And he's disappeared. I think the government has got him. Conspiracy theories. The FBI got to Niall's house and they took him out with one sharp blow to the head with a candlestick. It looks like... There he is. What's he did? No, he's gone. He's upside down. He's Australian. He's back just in time.
Come here.
To sign off. I can.
Can you hear me?
Where'd you go? Did the FBI get you?
Probably not. I'm a good person. I don't do anything incriminating.
Yeah. He's talking about conspiracies, and they got you.
I'm more annoyed at people that talk about conspiracy theories and make it feel like it's a part of their big daily life to make people believe. It's like people that put the Bible in people's hands and tell them this story is real. No, it's a story. Leave it at that.
The Bible is fiction. Jesus didn't write it. God didn't write it. It's storytellers
it's not an autobiography.
made it.
You know what I mean?
And passed it down the years. Get signed copy.
Anyway. Whatever. Thanks for joining us on this random show of Dads, Lads and Kebabs, the podcast. Another good time. I will not miss any more, I promise. All of you take care. For now, this is Niall signing off. Who's this?
Right there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Laters, taters.
The Dads, Lads and Kebabs podcast is available to listen and download on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean, and all other podcast platforms.